My name is Breeze Vannon, and I am the director of Nexus, and it is a play about a relationship between M and W. So we see a lot of relationship in a very short time. It jumps through 30 scenes from them first meeting through a lot of good times and bad times in a hurry.
Now you have my phone number. And I have yours.
Okay. I started with the concept of falling in love in Washington, D.C. I'm driven by the political and artistic communities that are in Washington, D.C. and how they collide and how they intersect with each other. So I wanted to write one character who is vaguely affiliated with politics and another who is affiliated with the artistic world of Washington, D.C. and put them together and see how they interacted. The result is Nexus, which takes place over the course of 3 years, where these two characters fall in and out of love with each other, and as I like to say, they're obsessed with each other. They're kind of addicted to each other in a way. They're not necessarily the best pairing, but they can't seem to get enough of the other person.
Did you really think I could afford that? Do you really think that that's who I was?
Please stop.
Don't tell me what to do!
M and W are very different characters. They come from different backgrounds, they live very different lives, but they somehow connect with each other and they play off of each other really well and they learn from each other a lot, and I think that's very realistic. It's how a lot of relationships work. Sometimes it's not the people that you'd expect to really become best friends with or fall in love with, but those are the ones that teach you the most and you appreciate the most.
I regret nothing I've done here.
So the Museum of Broken Relationships, the play is about this, or partly about this museum that's an actual place in Croatia where people can send in artifacts from relationships that have gone wrong and something that they want to record. They can send in books or pictures or clothing or any artifact from a relationship, and it can be put on display in this museum, on temporary display in this museum about relationships that did not make it.
The entire play takes place in the Museum of Broken Relationships as a metaphorical setting, and the reason I chose that was because I see the whole play being an exhibit, something that someone would take and put in the mail to the Museum of Broken Relationships so that we would see this unfold as though it is one of those pieces of detritus.
I just sent all my stuff. Everything that reminded me of him. A birthday card, a couple of mixed CDs, a shirt I used to sleep in when I stayed over at his place.
One of the things that I love about the resolution of Nexus is that we watch a relationship that falls apart for understandable reasons, but it's not that it was a bad match. It was just people who were dealing with their own coming to terms with themselves at the same time as they were coming to terms with another human being, and it just didn't quite line up.
W has a lot of anxiety. She has a lot of neuroses that you'll see throughout the show. She doesn't have a lot of hope. She's pretty much scared for the first half of the show, trying to pretend like she's not. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They are scared and they just fake it till they make it.
Hope at the end of relationships is something that I think about a lot. Nexus is about falling in and out of love. It's about becoming addicted to someone or realizing you're addicted to someone and trying to parse out, is there hope after you've ended something with someone? Is there hope when you know that that person is not, being with that person is not a healthy choice?
We can stop.
Can we?
Even if people don't see themselves directly as M or W, they will find places and behaviors that they relate with, relationships that they've had that have gone similarly, or they have similar experiences. I think that everyone's going to come out recognizing something from their own lives.
I just want to be over him.
Me too.